Well, greetings from Fort Hays State University here in Hays, Kansas, which is in the United States. My name is Will Burns, and I am the Director of Early College Programs here at FHSU. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Academy of Mathematics and Science, which is an academy within our Early College Programs department here at Fort Hays State University. But before I get too far into information about AMS or AMS, the Academy of Mathematics and Science, I do want to just let viewers know that if you are interested in AMS at Fort Hays State University, I would really recommend you visiting first with representatives from an organization called LEAF out of Tbilisi, Georgia. That is who I am recording the video for. We work very, very closely with LEAF, trust them a great deal, and have been partnered with them for several years now, and just think very, very highly of their work with students and helping to get students from that region to attend our program here. And so if you're interested in what I have to say, and maybe after listening to the video, if you want to learn more details about the program, please reach out to LEAF. They're a great organization, and like I said, we've been partnered with them for several years, and they can help prospective students get into our program. So without further ado, I do want to talk a little bit about what Early College Programs is. So within the Early College Programs department here at Fort Hays State University, we have two academies. We have the Kansas Academy of Math and Science, which is for our Kansas students, and then we also have the Academy of Mathematics and Science, or AMS, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video. AMS is for international students. CAMS is for our Kansas domestic students who live in the state of Kansas. The cool part is, though, they all live together, study together, take very similar classes, and so it's a great experience for both our Kansas students and our international students as well. So AMS at FHSU is an early college program that allows academically talented, motivated international high school 11th and 12th grade students that maybe have an interest in STEM to study here at Fort Hays State University. They learn us alongside, like I mentioned earlier, our CAMS students. But what's really cool is that AMS students are actually dually enrolled at Fort Hays State University and at a local private high school that is well known here in the state of Kansas. And that high school is called Thomas More Prep High School. And so they're enrolled not only at our university, but they're enrolled at TMP High School as well. They take all of their classes through Fort Hays State University, so they do not actually go to TMP at all. We are partnered with TMP, and they're the ones who kind of house our AMS students' transcripts there at their high school. So AMS students are earning college credit from Fort Hays State University, and they're also earning high school credit from TMP High School. There really are two different options for students to attend AMS here at FHSU. I'm primarily going to focus on option one, which is the residential program that we offer students, where students do come and live on our campus. They live in Custer Hall, which I'm gonna show you here in a little bit. But there is an option to take classes through AMS online, whether that's just for one semester, maybe for a year. We have had some students who have done that in the past. We would love to get you here and on campus. We feel like that's the better of the two options, just because there's so many hands-on, innovative things that you can be doing on our college campus, all while earning a college credit and a high school diploma. But there is that potential if you are interested in staying in your home country, we could offer online courses to you as well. But like I said, this presentation is primarily going to be focused on the residential component of AMS at FHSU. Just to give you a little background information about our academy, So the Academy was created in 2006. So we have been around for quite a few years. Our average enrollment is right around 80 students. Again, primarily the majority of those students do come here to campus to study in person. However, we have had some students in the past who have chosen to study online. One thing that we are often asked about is, who are we accredited by? Well, the university here in the state of Kansas is accredited by what's called the Higher Learning Commission, the HLC, and they're actually an organization that is pretty well known across the United States, especially in higher education, and many institutions throughout the U.S. are actually accredited through the Higher Learning Commission. TMP High School is accredited by the Kansas Department of Education and an organization called Cognia. Again, TMP is the high school that our AMS students are duly enrolled in and earning high school credits so that they can receive a high school diploma at the end of their 2-year experience here at AMS. And so we like to always point out who TMP is accredited by as well. As far as on campus, we actually have just under 4,000 students on campus. Those are traditional and undergraduate and graduate students who are studying in person. And so it is a smaller university, which is a good thing for early college students living on a college campus. You're not just a number going through our university. Faculty members, our staff really get to know you, get to know what your goals are, and to help support you so that you can reach those goals in your life. With fewer students, that also means smaller class sizes, which again is a great thing. It gives faculty members an opportunity to get to know you. So one really neat thing about AMS is that our students are actually fully integrated and immersed in with traditional English-speaking Fort Hays State University students and other early college students as well. One question that we often get is, how does AMS work? And that's a really great question. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about how this all works. So students from the country of Georgia, or let's say you're from a different country in that region, what we do is, before you actually step foot on our campus to attend for your 2 years of AMS, we will actually ask for your Georgian high school transcript to be sent to us. And what we do then is we send it on to TMP High School, where you're duly enrolled, and they will actually take your Georgian high school credits and transfer them to their transcript. And so you can kind of see an example of that on the right-hand side. This was a transcript from a few years ago with a student from, I believe it was Taiwan. And so it kind of shows you what that would look like, having those high school credits from your home country sent to TMP High School. So essentially, you will have 2 official transcripts. You'll have a Fort Hays State University transcript, and then you'll also have a TMP High School transcript. So your FHSU transcript will house your college credit, and then your TMP High School transcript will house contain all of your high school credit. And so you'll be working towards TMP High School graduation requirements. You'll actually be earning a TMP High School diploma, which is the exact same high school diploma that U.S. students receive, that our Kansans receive from TMP High School if they're attending there. You will need to achieve a minimum of 24 high school credits to earn the TMP High School diploma. We have found that our international students do not struggle at all with achieving the 24 high school credits, because many of our international students come into our program with a lot of high school credits already. And then the benefit of attending AMS, since you're attending FHSU classes, college classes, you are actually going to leave our program. If you attend for a full 2 years, you will leave with anywhere from 68 to 72 college credit hours that you can then transfer on to another institution when you work on your bachelor's degree, or if you want to stay at Fort Hays State University. We've actually had quite a few students who have done that in the past. you could always stay here and earn your bachelor's degree as well, and we would love that. And I'll point out, I'm going to talk about it here in just a minute, there's some really good financial benefits of staying at Fort Hays State University and finishing out after you've attended our 2-year program. As I promised just a slide ago, I told you I would talk about the financial benefits of attending FHSU after completing our 2-year experience here at AMS. And I'll get to that bullet point here in just a moment. But I want to talk about the other benefits, because there's quite a few benefits of attending our early college program here at the university. You're earning a U.S. high school diploma from TMP High School, which, you know, a lot of international students do make that a goal because it does help, we feel like, with getting into other institutions, especially if you're planning on studying for your bachelor's degree or even maybe going on to get a graduate degree here in the U.S. Sometimes we feel like that does help to have that U.S. high school diploma from TMP High School. Not only are you earning a high school diploma, but you are earning an AMS completion certificate after you've completed our 2-year curriculum. That's a big deal because it can be used on a resume when you're applying to colleges. It can be used for when you're applying to for scholarships, maybe graduate school later on. It certifies that you have completed this, this very selective, rigorous, unique, innovative program here at Fort Hays State University. And so that's something I always like to point out as well. Of course, you do have the option of earning an associate's degree from Fort Hays State University, so that's another large benefit. And probably the best thing out of all of this is to top it all off, you will receive, if you are with us for 2 years, you will receive 68 to 72 transferable college credit hours. We do have an option if you want to come for just 1 year, you can do that as well. So, you know, if you come during your 12th grade year for just 1 year with us, that number would be less, but you would still be earning quite a bit of college credit that you can then transfer on towards your next degree, your bachelor's degree. And most of the time, students will only have about 2 years left after they complete AMS to actually achieve or receive their bachelor's degree. And I kind of touch on that on the next bullet point there. Our program really does reduce the amount of time and money that's needed to earn your undergraduate degree. That's probably one of the biggest benefits of attending AMS at FHSU, because you essentially are completing your first 2 years of college before you've even graduated high school, which is really pretty cool. The financial benefit I mentioned earlier about staying at Fort Hays State University after you complete our program, if you decide to stay and work on your bachelor's degree here at FHSU, you actually can receive an $8,000 scholarship over 2 years to stay at our university as you work on completing your undergraduate degree. Not only that, but you also are eligible for any ACT or SAT scholarships. And so many times students who stay here at Fort Hays State University after completing our program, they will actually not have to pay much at all. And so it's a huge financial benefit to stay at our university. Now, if you want to go somewhere else, if you have goals of going to an East Coast or West Coast, more selective university here in the U.S., we've had a great deal of success in helping students meet those goals and getting into those more selective universities. But we always like to talk a little bit about you know, the financial incentives to stay here at our university. Another question that we sometimes get from prospective students is, what kind of classes am I going to be taking if I attend AMS at FHSU? And really the answer to that is it can vary depending on what your current interests are and what your future goals are. You notice the QR code there at the bottom of this slide. I would encourage you to scan that QR code at some point, which will take you to our website with a list of different majors, different areas fields of study that students often want to go into. We've listed out what a 2-year experience could look like depending on your interests. And so what's really cool about our program is we provide the flexibility for students to really pursue and dive into a little deeper what they want to major in or what their interests are. And so again, I would encourage you to scan that QR code, take a look at our website, find what interests you, and then click on it, and it will show you what a sample of classes you could be taking for the 2 years you're in our program, but it also lists out different clubs, activities, competitions that you can participate in that relate to what you want to go into. You know, we are a STEM program. That will always be at the forefront of everything we do, but we have a lot of students also who are interested in non-STEM field areas. I think our top 3 areas that students often want to go into are engineering, computer science, and the medical field. But yet we also have a lot of students who go into things like art, music, different things like business, political science, law. And so even if you are maybe not as interested in the STEM fields for your future career or future major, we still have a lot that we can offer you. And so definitely go in and check out our website, because we list STEM and non-STEM areas for students to see what a 2-year experience can look like. We offer students a lot of support while they are here on campus, and even if you do want to pursue AMS at FHSU, if you want to do that online, we offer a lot of support online. But I'm going to specifically talk about some of the things that we have here on campus for our students. We offer personal counseling services that are free. We have a lot of monthly activities that focus on social, emotional, and physical health. We have free tutoring services, a free writing center, a student health center where if students get sick and they need to be seen by a nurse or a doctor, they can always go over to our student health center as well. And then, of course, we do offer a state-of-the-art Tiger Fitness Center for students to work out and to be active in sports or other things that maybe keep you physically healthy. And so there's lots that we offer in terms of health and wellness. The other thing that I want to point out is academic advising and school counseling. We have a full-time staff member who is devoted to working with our students. That is our assistant director, Sherry Matlock. She coordinates records with TMP High School. She registers students for courses each semester. She monitors student performance and attendance in class. We communicate with parents and guardians. Sherry also helps with the college application process, helping students prepare for the ACT, SAT. And then, of course, we do frequent check-ins with our students to make sure that they are being cared for and supported through their experience here at AMS. This is always a slide that I'm excited to talk about because we do offer a lot of things outside the classroom. We often talk to our students about the fact that it's not just all about academics here. We want you to be well-rounded, to experience things and hopefully also enjoy your time here, to have some fun, to experience new things. That's a really big goal of ours. It's not just all about what takes place in the classroom. We have lots of clubs and organizations that students can participate in. There's special programming that's put on by our CAMS and AMS staff. And then we also have quite a few travel opportunities that happen throughout the year. Anything from smaller kind of regional trips around the state of Kansas, or maybe even outside of the state of Kansas to places like Colorado, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma. Those are all kind of neighboring states of the state of Kansas. But we've also taken students on some really big trips that get students or help students to experience really what the United States is all about and kind of experiencing those cultural things that make the United States special. One example is, and you can see a picture there at the top, I took a group of students last spring break to the Grand Canyon and to the American Southwest. It was such a great trip. Our students did wonderful, and it was a great time had by all. We've also taken students, though, to places like Ireland, to the Bahamas, to London. So there are some travel opportunities that are very unique, and especially unique when you compare them to a typical high school experience or high school travel opportunities that you may get. So just a very important part of our program. It's not always about the classroom. It's about getting outside of the classroom and experiencing that real world education and learning environment. I want to talk very briefly about Custer Hall, which is the residence hall that all of our early college programs students live in here at Fort Hays State University. Again, this is if you come to the residential side of things, the residential program that we offer. We have a very safe and secure environment for all of our CAMS and all of our AMS students to live and study together. And it's only for our early college students. No traditional older college students live in this building, nor do they have access to this building. Student safety is always our top priority, and it always will be our top priority. Some things that I like to point out about Custer Hall and students who are living in our building. Our campus police is actually located on the first floor of Custer Hall. So our students reside in the third and fourth floors of Custer. Our office is located actually in the second floor. So our CAMS and AMS staff members are on the second floor of Custer Hall. And we have easy access to our students to be able to help them, to be able to support them. And what's cool is they can just come right down the stairwell if they need help with something to visit with us. So we do have a live-in professional staff member who is there 24/7. We have curfews and curfew checks that happen every night just to make sure that students are back in the building safely. We have check-in and check-out processes, security cameras. The building itself is actually locked. You have to have a special ID, special permission to get in, to scan your card and unlock the door. And again, traditional students cannot come into the building unless invited. We do have what's called an on-call phone, both for our residential life. In case a student were to get locked out of a building, they can actually call that number. Someone will come right away and help them get back into the building. And then we have a CAMS AMS on-call phone as well, where if students are experiencing, let's say, for example, maybe a medical emergency and they're not for sure what they should do, they can actually call that number no matter the time. Even if it's very early in the morning, one of our staff members will answer it and help the student kind of work through what's going on and give them support, and even come down to Custer Hall if it's in the middle of the night. So lots of supervision, lots of safety features in place to make sure that students feel good about being here, feel comfortable, and that they really are safe, because that is our top priority. As you can see on this slide, we have a few pictures of Custer Hall. There in the upper left-hand corner is a picture of it in daylight. I know I just showed you one at nighttime and what that looks like. So there's a picture of it in the daylight. You have a couple of pictures there at the top, in the middle, and on the upper right-hand corner that showcases what our rooms look like. We also have a couple of features that are very unique to our residence hall that other students here at our university do not get in their residence halls, and that is we have a game room with lots of different games that students can play. We have a media room with several large TVs. And then one of our student favorites is they have their own laundry room. And the laundry machines are free, and they're only for our CAMS and AMS students, and is located in our building. So very easy to access and do your laundry. Well, lastly, I want to thank you for watching this video. Just appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about our unique and innovative program. We feel like we have a lot to offer to international students, especially to students from the country of Georgia and students from that region. And so we're excited. Like I've mentioned, we're partnered with LEAF, an organization out of Tbilisi, Georgia, very, very just grateful to them. They've been such a great partner, and they will work closely with any prospective students. So if you are interested in applying, if you want to learn more about costs and a little bit more details about our program, please reach out to them. They can help answer questions. They can also help to set up a Zoom call if we need to with me. I'd be happy to do that with prospective students and parents even. But we hope that you will consider attending AMS at Fort Hays State University, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care and best wishes.